Yeah. Hey, I'm Brian Benfern with Austin here at Ridgetop Diesel, and I've been a Conklin lubrication dealer for 30 years. And Austin, how long have you guys been using Conklin's lubricants?
Probably going on 3 years now.
3 years?
Yeah, 2 to 3 years.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Ridgetop Diesel. What all do you guys do here?
Specialize in the repair of mid-duty pickups, from brake jobs to full engine builds.
Okay. So you do a little bit of everything, and you got all the different makes. It doesn't matter what it is, you guys work on it. And your business has been in full-time 6 years?
Yep.
And you were doing it part-time a couple before that?
Yep.
And eventually the work just came and took off for you?
Yes, got very busy working 20 hours a day.
Okay. So, but you grew a nice business because you got, what, 4 employees also?
2 employees and then 2 of us owners, so.
Okay.
Yep, 4 of us total.
So Ridgetop here, and you're up here in Wisconsin. What town are you in here?
Trempealeau.
Trempealeau, okay. So, but anyways, I just decided I'd get up here with Austin. I've been hearing some good stuff, and he's working on, and you're working with a lot of guys up here, a lot of truck pulling guys too, I understand. But he's a Conklin distributor here, and he's using these lubrication products. But so if we can, let's talk a little about, tell you, well, when we start talking about 2050 oil first, this is Convoy 2050 racing oil. Now we have all kinds of different weights, but what are some of the things that you guys are seeing, particularly with the Convoy oil, no matter what weight it is, versus what you guys are seeing if somebody's running a different brand? What are some of the things you're seeing?
The oil retention stays there. The oil is not near as broke down. At the end of, say, the pulling truck gets 10 runs on it, you drain the oil, it seems to like have its viscosity still in it.
Okay.
And it's not near as dark.
Okay.
So it seems to be doing a lot better in the lifespan. So especially as hard as the pulling trucks get ran. So.
Okay, are you seeing more long, or you have a lot of guys switching over, I understand?
Yes, we started switching over a fair amount of them pretty recently. So time will tell.
Okay.
But I'm very confident from what Jordan and I have done in our personal pickups. We've been running our personal stuff for a couple of years now, so, and we've had good luck. So, very good luck.
So I know we hear a lot of guys come back and are saying, hey, they're not losing bearing, or the bearing wear on them is a lot less than other products. The engines are lasting longer. Again, you're extending drain intervals. That's kind of some of the things you guys are seeing also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, usually the only reason we end up draining our pulling truck engines is from fuel dilution from big injectors and stuff. So, not because the oil is actually wore out.
Okay.
So,
and I guess we were talking a little bit earlier, you really haven't opened any engines up that have had Convoy in there.
Not yet. The only one we did was one that blew up because it was at the end of its life, because it was a lot of power for a stock bottom end.
Okay, but as far as wear, you're not really opening up because you got bearing replacement and other stuff that have to be done.
Nope.
So you're seeing more longevity out of these. And you guys doing extended drain intervals too on equipment and engines that have the Convoy in there?
On our personal pickups.
Okay.
That haul gooseneck every weekend. So, or that they don't come unhooked from the trailer normally. We do extended intervals from what we used to on them, running your guys' 1030. So. Okay.
Before we have guys usually switch over to Convoy, and maybe if they don't switch over to Convoy, they can run TKO with another oil, or you might run this through there before you switch over to Convoy. This will help clean it up, but also break down friction. With TKO as an additive, what are some of the things you're seeing with this here, if anybody uses this, or if you guys use it on an oil, on an engine that you don't have Convoy, what are some of the things you're noticing with TKO?
No, TKO, it definitely is cleaning the deposits and such out of the engines, especially like I was telling you earlier, the few fleet customers we're switching over. When you do drain the oil, it's definitely dirty because stuff's coming out of it.
Okay.
So, like I said, we haven't opened up any of them to see how good it's cleaning it, but it sure seems to be working when we drain it. And like I said, not a lot of them guys are good at bringing it in on time to change oil, so you get the added assurance.
Yeah, and it's got a really good anti-wear package. Besides keeping it clean, it also has a very good anti-wear package. That's what we look at also, but we see this consistently. We like to run TKO before Convoy because it cleans it up real well, kind of preps it, then they can switch over to Convoy if they want to. But anything else you want to say on TKO or anything like that that you guys have noticed or want to say anything about?
We've seen it quite a valve train down quite a bit too.
quiet the valve train down.
And then like the Huey injected Fords with
Yep.
the 6-liter 7.3s, I mean, you can notice the injectors actually they'll rattle better when you first turn the key on.
Okay.
Idle a little smoother.
They do seem the idle definitely does seem to come back around after they've ran it for a bit, you know, oil
Okay.
change or two when it's good in the system there. So, and it seems to help the longevity of injectors on the Huey injected trucks. So,
Okay. Well, if you can break more friction down in there, lubricate things up better, all that plays a
Right.
part in there.
keep a better film on everything.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
A lot less wear on parts.
That's what we want.
Yes.
Conco's always been about three things: is reducing maintenance cost, helping the drivetrains and engines last longer, and hopefully picking up fuel economy that comes with all that. But you guys are definitely seeing less engine wear and less maintenance costs for sure. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Rhino. Rhino is our parasynthetic grease and good for U-joints, wheel bearings, front end parts. What are some of the things we're seeing with Rhino that really impress you with this grease compared to what you've done in the past?
Less, I would say, less suspension wear. It seems to be keeping everything much happier, and we don't see having to do the replacements on it and stuff on our normal customers that come in and get that treatment. So we switched from
Lucas Red Tech.
Red Tech.
Which actually I gave my
To
dad a
that.
couple tubes of that to put on his fifth wheel, and he said that sticks way better than the Lucas does, which I was a little surprised because that's
Yeah,
Red Tack is good grease.
it is a tacky grease.
But he was pretty impressed with that actually.
Well, we hear a lot of people come back. I mean, it's pretty consistent. Most guys are saying, "Hey, we go 2 to 3 times longer between greasing because it stays in there so
Yeah.
well."
Right. That, like, when we put it in a customer, say front U-joints in a Ford, it was pretty consistent every, say, 5,000 mile oil change, and you went and greased the front U-joints, you were pushing water out
Yep.
of the U-joints. But with the Rhino, it doesn't, it stays where it should be, and we, like you say, don't have to grease them every single time. So, and it's keeping out the moisture, which is killing the U-joints normally, so.
Yeah, it won't draw moisture in or draw water. It's very moisture resistant. I guess it's probably a terminology we can use. So again, it's just another piece of protection for your, greasable joints and stuff like that there also. So anything else you want to share on Rhino? Kind of covered it all.
Yeah.
I had really good luck with it.
Really
Yes.
good.
Really like it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about Rust Bomb? Rust Bomb is our penetrating oil. You guys like this or not?
Yeah. That's a
Okay.
godsend right there.
It is?
Yeah.
So give me some stories on, this is our penetrating oil, rusty bolts, rusty nuts. I mean, I don't know, give me a story or two. What do you guys see with all this
I've
here
had
you like?
multiple like depth sensors, and they usually will take the threads out, so they see so much heat. I've had them stop and then spray that with that.
Yeah.
Walk away for 10-15 minutes, come back, and they'll come right out. Doesn't
Okay.
even take the threads out.
So your depth
I don't-
sensors, they on the exhaust?
Yep,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
like the
On
knock
the DPF and
sensors, or
stuff.
even the little screws for the depth dozer there. It stuff's pretty impressive. It's
Or
actually
on,
kind of wild. I
Very
have to-
rusty Ford cab bolts.
Yep.
Or cab mounts. When you're putting cab mounts in a Ford, the mount likes to rust into itself.
Right?
If we're doing an engine on one or something, I know I have to do cab mounts, I'll spray that right as soon as we get the cab off, and you soak them down a couple times throughout the day, and usually you can air hammer them apart. Normally you're using the torch to cut them
Really?
in half.
Okay.
So,
I've gave a few of them cans away to guys that, like other mechanics around the area. They've been pretty impressed with it too.
yes,
It's-
it creeps.
it works.
It does.
Or the EGR bolts on a Ford 6.7 down on the manifold. Them don't like to come out. And usually if you crack them loose, spray them with that, and then just let them be and let it creep, usually you can turn them out by hand.
Okay.
Just they come out. It's very impressive. That is awesome stuff.
Yeah, Rust Bomb, we've had so many guys that have used the other, I won't say the other brands out there, but have switched over to this and they'll never go back.
Yeah.
That's all
We
don't
used
buy
to use
anything else.
Freol, and that Freol don't hold a candle to the Rust Bomb.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
And thought that was good stuff.
Okay.
So, no, that Rust Bomb is great.
Okay. Well, you got another favorite product. I don't have it here, but back there in the back there, what's your other favorite product here?
Brake clean.
The brake and parts cleaner.
Okay.
That, I like it because seems like it takes about half the amount that you have to actually use. and a little bit bigger can so it lasts longer and it takes stuff off a lot better.
Okay.
The other thing I like about it is we build a lot of engines. It doesn't leave like a residue behind when you spray it. It's actually kind of nice that it doesn't leave that like white film that you get with a lot of brake cleaners. So like we'll usually, when you get brand new bearings, you know, they're full of dust and shit. Even as they strand wrap them, but they do a horseshit job. But you spray that on there and it doesn't leave that white residue on them anymore.
I hear a lot of
They
other
stay
guys
clean.
say the same thing.
Yep. That's
No
why we
film.
like it. We usually, I mean, that's how we use when we put engines together, is that stuff.
And you usually use about half as much as you might have
Yeah,
something
I would
else.
say
Yeah.
yes, easily.
Yep.
And it cleans quicker,
Okay.
for sure.
I'd
It
say-
breaks down a lot better. Breaks stuff down a lot better.
The grease and all that
Yeah,
grime and
deposits
stuff.
and
Yep.
grease, and like when you get new rotors, they are coming with lots of oil on them. The other day I pulled a set of rotors out and they're so slippery I could barely hold on to them. I just sprayed them down with that, and then they're nice and dry, and the brake pads didn't stink after the first drive. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was much better, much better.
Okay.
And it took very little, and then the whole rotor's dry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you're talking pennies when you use it on stuff like that anyways,
Right.
no matter what. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we have a full line of lubrication products we can talk about, but I guess the real thing comes down to is we're not going to get into all those. We just wanted to talk with a handful. So if anybody's watching this video, why would they, just give me an short overview, why should people use our Conkum products? I mean, guys are going to watch a video and they're going to say, okay, I think I'm interested, but give us just your overview of what will Conkum products do for them, especially the oils and greases, what will it do for their equipment, their trucks? Why should they use this stuff?
Well, in the Midwest, the rust bomb will make you not want to throw your wrenches at a wall when you're trying to get stuff out, because you'll actually be able to get out fasteners.
Okay.
And then the grease and the oil, obviously, just because you can extend your service life on things, and engines, and major wear components on drivetrains, and steering, suspension, just because of the added retention it holds, and
Okay.
how it helps keep water out and everything. Yeah. Just,
That brings up a good question. I talk to a lot of mechanics and they say, Brian, we don't want stuff lasting longer because we want to be rebuilding this and that. But I mean, then you guys are on the other side. I mean, you're not going to lose business, right?
No.
no.
Okay, you're always going to have business no matter what stuff's going to, but I mean, if you're taking care of your customers and showing them how things are lasting longer, you're going to build more loyalty to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Like
And-
with the grease, there's a pretty good stretch there for a while. We were warranting all U-joints left and right. Every time we were doing oil change, we're warranting all greasable U-joints.
Okay.
But once we switched to that Rhino grease, I don't think we've been warranting one out yet.
Nope.
That's been a
So
good-
when you say
almost a
warranty,
year.
guys are coming back under warranty because things are going out.
8,000 miles, they're going out again. Couldn't
Okay.
figure out why.
Yeah,
Made
U-joints
no
in the
sense.
drive shaft for sure. So,
You know, you go to grease them and all the be pushing out water.
Yep. So with the warranty, you're not having those come back for warranty then.
No, not
And it's,
yet.
and it's not saying we're not going to have a failure here and there. We know that.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
But-
no, it's been way less.
Okay.
Way less.
So that's been a plus for you too. Then also
Yes.
then.
Yeah, we don't.
yeah, and if a customer doesn't have to spend money on all the major wear components all the time, they're more inclined to do other things.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
like money, you're not losing money by not having to replace wearable items all the time.
Yeah.
No, it just customers more happy, definitely more happy. So,
And with that, if they're more happy and they're seeing results, they're going to tell more people about you guys because you're taking care of customers, right? You're looking out for their best interest
right,
and not for your best interest, and that's really going to build more business for you and more loyalty for you too. Then.
100%.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching this video. I don't have anything else to share, but thanks Austin and Jordan
Yeah.
and Ridgetop Repairs here for letting me do this here and talk about our great Conkum products. And if you have any questions, reach out to the person that invited you to watch this video. So thanks for following along.